Hi friends, welcome to this video on the planet Jupiter. Jupiter, the most natural benefic in your birth chart. And Jupiter, what results you can get when Jupiter is in a certain zodiac sign, okay, in your D1 or in your D9 chart. You know friends that the D9 chart gets activated generally after the age of 33 onwards. So 33, 35, when one hits that age, from that time onwards the D9 gets activated. It also can get activated after your marriage. D9 or Navamsha chart is the chart of your fortune. Alright, so Jupiter's placement in that chart, in which zodiac sign it is placed in Navamsha, the results which I will discuss in today's video, those results you will experience maybe from around the age of 33 or from you will experience after your marriage. It's possible. But the position that Jupiter is in your D1 chart, Lagna chart, that result which I will be discussing, you will experience throughout your life. Friends, Jupiter is the planet of knowledge, wisdom. It is a planet of a very wisdom means a balanced sense of judgment. Jupiter is connected to definitely long distance travel. So Jupiter can also be connected to to travel to foreign lands. Jupiter is connected to exploration, expansion, growth. All right. Jupiter is actually your guru. Jupiter is your teacher. Jupiter is also God. Jupiter is actually, in a way, an embodiment of the divine. Okay. Now, Jupiter is again religion. All right, your moral principles. Jupiter can also signify wealth and prosperity. Even your creativity can also be signified by Jupiter. Now let's move on to what results you will get when Jupiter will be in Aries. Alright. When Jupiter is in Aries, then definitely such people, they will have great enthusiasm about acquiring knowledge in life. Okay, so Aries is a sign ruled by Mars. So see how Mars is placed in your birth chart. If Mars is more or less well placed, okay, then definitely, say if it is in the 9th house, then you will have a great desire to acquire higher knowledge. All right, you can be very dutiful. Jupiter is also the planet of dharma or duty. Okay, that's why I said it is a planet of morality. So then you will be very dutiful. Okay, you will have a great desire to acquire knowledge. So you have to see how Jupiter's dispositor is placed in your birth chart. All right. So Jupiter in Aries. All right. So definitely Aries is a zodiac sign which is ruled by Mars. So there could be ups and downs in your higher education as well, because that is the typical Mars energy, which can cause sudden events, sudden changes in your higher education. Maybe you acquired higher education in a certain field, but later on you may want to want to acquire do higher studies or do further studies in a different field altogether. That is also possible, because Mars is a planet which rules Aries, and it can show sudden changes. And sometimes the decisions that you may take or make regarding higher education or higher studies, they can also be impulsive. Okay, so you have to see how Mars is placed. If it is placed in good dignity in 9th house, for example, or 5th house, then you will get good results. generally if Mars is well placed, if it is not under any malefic influence. Otherwise, you may make impulsive decisions regarding higher education. Suddenly you may decide to undertake long distance travel, so you may make sudden plans of long distance travel, so that also is possible. Now when Aries is part of actually the Dharma trine, because in the Dharma trine, or in the we have 1, 5, 9 zodiac signs, the fire signs, and Aries is a fire sign. So when Jupiter is in a fire sign like Aries, then the person, by nature, if Mars is well placed and if Sun is also well placed in the chart, then they will be very dutiful, okay, in life, towards their family, towards their job, towards society, okay. They will be great, they'll be knowledgeable people. They will have great desire for knowledge, to acquire knowledge, all right. So that will be their inherent nature, okay. They will love to gain knowledge and they will be knowledgeable. They can have a lot of wisdom also, all right. They can also get fortunate in life. They can undertake long distance travels. They can be fortunate, definitely, right. Their knowledge, their ability to maybe even guide people. They can be teachers, they can be counselors, all right. They can be any sort of guide. They could be religious preacher, priest. They could be a guide or counselor or consultant, and they can do very well. They can acquire knowledge in any field they want to, all right. So but the purpose of their life will definitely be to acquire higher knowledge, and it is this thirst for knowledge that will make them prosperous, okay. They can become even wealthy and prosperous, all right, when you have Jupiter in Aries, okay. Now Aries is also a sign, zodiac sign, which is connected to your body, all right. Now it can also show that a person may, if you are running Jupiter's Mahadasha, all right, then it can also show. And if say Mars is not so well placed, say it could be in the 6th house, or not well placed in the chart, okay, because 6th house is the house of disease, all right. So but yes, if somehow Mars is in good dignity in the 6th house, all right, so when it is in the 6th house, then it will not have Jupiter's aspect. But if Mars is strongly placed, then you can definitely come out of your diseases as well, okay, even if it is in the 6th house. But look at Mars, look at Jupiter's dispositor, which is Mars in the chart, all right. So when it is in the sign of Aries, it can also at times cause obesity, okay, obesity. And it can also, you need to be careful about your health. You may have certain stomach related issues also, okay. These things may happen, certain digestion issues, stomach related problems, liver problems also, okay. So these things might be there. This will happen when the ascendant lord, so Jupiter is in Aries, so here Jupiter's dispositor is Mars, and look at the ascendant lord also. If the ascendant lord is not that strong or well placed, then the person may have any sort of health issue, okay, which is connected to Jupiter, okay, like stomach issues and digestion issues, even it could be obesity, all right. And the person may even have a protruding belly and accumulated fats on the body, and they may really want to lose weight. So these things also might happen, but nevertheless the person if you have Jupiter in Aries and you're focusing on knowledge, on gaining knowledge, then that can make you very fortunate in life, and you can over time be very prosperous in life as well. Now let's move on to Jupiter in Taurus. Okay, so Taurus is part of the Earth trine, the trine of materialistic pursuits. All right, so here you have Jupiter. Okay, so that means Jupiter, you will be fortunate enough, you will be fortunate in all your materialistic pursuits. That is possible if Jupiter is well placed in Taurus. That means look at Jupiter's dispositor, how Venus is placed in the chart. So if Venus is also well placed, then Jupiter in Taurus can make you you can get lucky in all your materialistic endeavors. Like you can gain a lot of wealth in life. Your wealth may get expanded over time. All right, and and you will be successful in your work, in your day-to-day work, in your job. You can be successful in your profession, whatever that might be, and over time you can gain a lot of wealth. You can also get lucky in matters of wealth. Now when Jupiter is in the sign of Taurus, then it is also possible that you may gain wealth from family inheritance. You may inherit wealth even from your in-laws. It is possible. You may inherit property from your in-laws. Okay, so it is possible, or family inheritance. Then if Jupiter is in Taurus, we can also say that you will definitely, if Venus is well placed, you will maintain you will be maintain a cordial relationship with your family, and you will also definitely be concerned about their welfare. And you will also, like when Jupiter is in Taurus, you can also be dutiful towards your family. All right, so this is possible. Okay, so if you're dutiful towards your family, then it has the power to bless you with even a good marital life. That is also possible. All right, now when Jupiter is in Taurus, you may have to you can also become prosperous if you use your speech, if you make use of your speaking ability, and if you by using your speech in a wise manner. So maybe you can earn money with the help of your speech, with the help of your speaking ability. So that can also enable you to become successful. All right, in your profession, in your in all endeavors of your profession. Okay, you will be very balanced in your speech. You will know how to talk. Yes, you will have, whenever you will speak, you can speak with a lot of wisdom. Okay, and you will have a very balanced sense of judgment. That is also possible. Now we also have to remember that when Jupiter is in Taurus sign, you may be a great foodie. You may love food a lot. That is also possible. Okay, so you may have a great desire to have maybe especially you will look at how Venus is placed in the chart, so you will really love food. This is possible when Jupiter is in Taurus. So but you will also be a very you will not eat anything and everything. If Jupiter is well placed, Jupiter is in Taurus, then you will choose your food. Okay, you will use your sense of judgment, and you will use your whatever knowledge you have. A very balanced sense of judgment. You will use that to choose your food. In matters of food also, you can choose, you can be choosy, it's possible. Okay, so yeah, and definitely you will you want to take food which is healthy for you. That is also possible. Okay, now when Jupiter is in Taurus, Taurus is an earth sign. All right, so we have to remember that it is an earth sign. So here when Jupiter is in this earth sign, then it can make the native very practical and materialistic also in life. Okay, so Jupiter in Taurus, such a person can be very goal oriented, very practical, materialistic, even methodical they will be. All right, so they have a very practical approach to things in life. Okay, they want to use their knowledge, they want to use whatever knowledge they have in their work, so that they can gain wealth and become prosperous. Now let's move on to Jupiter in Gemini. When Jupiter is in Gemini, then you may have a number of younger siblings. It's possible. If it is well placed, if Jupiter's dispositor here is Mercury, if Mercury is well placed, then you will be responsible towards your younger siblings. You will take care of them. All right, your younger siblings also, they can be very knowledgeable. All right, they can have a very balanced sense of judgment. They may be into higher education. All right, now, and prosperous they can be. So if Jupiter is in Gemini, then Gemini is an air sign. All right, an air sign is connected to, again, knowledge and intelligence. Okay, so definitely when you have Jupiter in Gemini, such a person will be very intelligent, even exceptionally intelligent. All right, if Mercury is well placed in the chart, they may have a great desire to explore various hobbies. They may have a lot of hobbies, skills. They may want to acquire a lot of skills. Okay, they may have a lot of interests. Okay, and they may want to explore all of that. It's possible, because Jupiter is also the planet of exploration, and Gemini is a zodiac sign which is connected to your skills. All right, all kinds of skills that you have. Okay, so all kinds of artistic skills, talents, and all these things are connected to Gemini. Okay, so yeah, so you will want to explore. Yes, and so it can really make you a very skillful person, a very intelligent person when you have Jupiter in Gemini. Okay, you can do very well in marketing, in sales and marketing. You can even gain prosperity, by being a commission agent. Okay, so that is also possible. Now you can be a great teacher when you have Jupiter in Gemini. Okay, because Gemini is a zodiac sign which is connected to communication skills. Okay, and Jupiter is a teacher, so you can be a teacher. You can guide people with the help of your communication skills. So you can be a counselor, you can be a consultant, a guide. Yes, you can do well even in the media industry, in communication of in the field of communication. You can do well in even information technology. In any field of technology also you can do well when you have Jupiter in Gemini. All right, so it could be any kind of even communication technology, information technology, you can do very well. Now when you have Jupiter in Gemini, then definitely Gemini sign, it is part of the karma trine, the trine of materialistic desires. So when you have Jupiter in this trine, because it is in the sign of Gemini. So it will mean that you will have now a great, your desires can get heightened now. Okay, you will have a great desire to be prosperous in life, to get lucky, to become prosperous, to become wealthy. So you may have a great desire, it's possible. And Gemini is also a sign of duality, even diplomacy. So when you have Jupiter in Gemini, then such people, they can also do very well in any field of business also. In any field of business, they can do very well. They can also be great diplomats also, even politicians, if you have Jupiter in Gemini. Now, Jupiter in Gemini, I can say that that will, heighten your desires now. Okay, so you will want to network with people. You will want to gain from the various relationships that you have with people, from your social circle and all. And you will ultimately have a great desire. You'll be very ambitious, and you will want to gain from all your professional endeavors as well. Okay, yeah, you can be a very good writer. You'll be a very good communicator if Jupiter is in Gemini, and if the dispositor Mercury is well placed. You can be a writer, you can be a painter, you can be a journalist, and so on. Now let's move on to Jupiter in Cancer. So when you have Jupiter in Cancer, it can show that your mother may be very religious in nature. Okay, you also, if Cancer's dispositor is Moon, if Moon is well placed in the chart, then you can also be dutiful towards your mother. All right, you may look upon your mother as a guide, so she can guide you always as a teacher. That's possible. When you have Jupiter in Cancer, this is Jupiter's exaltation sign. Okay, so here a person may be very much interested in going to the depth of things and exploring things, exploring various fields of knowledge, and going to the depth of matters and analyzing things. So such a person can do very well in the field of research. They can have great analytical ability. Okay, they can be great researchers with this position, great scientists. They can excel in any field of knowledge. Actually, the more they go deeper and deeper into that field of knowledge, they will go on reaching newer milestones, and they will become very successful, very prosperous in life. So when you have Jupiter in Cancer, then if Moon is also well placed in the chart, then, and if Jupiter is not under any malefic influence, then generally a person is very much interested in undertaking or in conducting in-depth study of any subject matter. They will be very much interested in exploring new things. Okay, and whatever field of knowledge they are interested in, they will want to go to the depth of things and analyze things, and that research, investigation will enable them to get further knowledge. This is a very good placement for getting into the field of occult knowledge. Okay, or you can conduct research on any subject. Actually, you can also be a very good psychologist. Okay, so yeah, this is also a very good position for moving into spirituality and spiritual practices also. Okay, because Cancer is a water sign, all right, which is connected to compassion, which is connected to even spirituality. So you can move into spiritual practices or occult practices. Cancer is also a sign which is a sign of creativity, originality. So when you have Jupiter in Cancer, such people can be very creative by nature. Okay, So they can be artists or painters, they can be into any field of art, or they can be very artistic, very creative when you have Jupiter in Cancer. That is also possible. They may, because of their creativity in any field, they can become very prosperous in life over time. That is also possible. Now, Cancer is part of the Moksha trine, as I told you. And so this is a trine of compassion, the trine of intuition. So you can move into the occult, into any field of knowledge which is mystical or mysterious or hidden, secretive. You can be a very good Vastu consultant also. You can learn Vastu Shastra if you have Jupiter in Cancer. Now, you can also see growth and expansion in real estate field as well. Okay, you could be into real estate business. Jupiter in Cancer can enable you to see growth in your assets, property, even money. That is also possible over time. Okay, but yeah, one thing you have to remember when Jupiter is in Cancer, because after all, Cancer is part of the Moksha trine, so you need to be compassionate to the poor and needy. Okay, you need to do some charity. You need to, be charitable to the poor and needy, to the downtrodden, to the underprivileged. So if you do that, and if you take care of your mother, if you are responsible towards your own home, then definitely you will, over time, you'll become very prosperous in life. Now let's move on to Jupiter in Leo. Leo is a fire sign. Okay, when Jupiter is in Leo, then if you look at how Sun is placed, if Sun is more or less well placed in the chart, and if Jupiter is not under any affliction, then definitely this is a wonderful placement. Such a person can be very fortunate. Because of their knowledge, they may gain name and fame also in this life. All right, their child also can be very knowledgeable. And when they have Jupiter, when you have Jupiter in Leo, then you can also be very dutiful towards your child. When you have Jupiter in Leo, then such persons can be very creative. They can have original, innovative thoughts and ideas. And it is because of their originality, their creativity, their unique self-expression that they are going to rise in their profession actually also. Whatever work they are doing, if they use their creativity, their originality, their in-depth knowledge, then in their profession, if they use all of that, to deal with issues in their profession, then that will make them very prosperous actually. When you have Jupiter in Leo, Leo sign is part of the, I told you it is a fire sign. So such people can be very enthusiastic about knowledge. They may have a great desire, great passion they have in themselves to gain knowledge. Jupiter in Leo, such people can believe that they can bring about a positive change in this world, or they can bring about a positive change in their life because of their knowledge. It is their knowledge. They believe that knowledge is the ultimate power that can transform their lives. That's what they believe. Now, when you have Jupiter in Leo, then definitely such people, as I told you, they can be prosperous. They can also be very religious. Okay, if Jupiter is not associated with malefics, they will be very religious, law-abiding, God-fearing. All right, and they can be fortunate. And definitely, they can be fortunate in life. They can win name and fame, and even their child can be fortunate in life. Now, when you have Jupiter in Leo, then so all these things we can say that it will be their inherent nature actually. This is a Leo sign is part of the Dharma trine. So it is acquiring knowledge. It is something which is going to be so natural to them. They will believe that such people can believe that they were born to gain knowledge. Okay, so that is why, and they will gain knowledge. They can also have a very balanced sense of judgment. They can be benevolent, they can be kind as well, if sun is also well placed in the chart. All right, they can be kind hearted as well. They can be very dutiful in life, towards their family, towards their profession. That is possible, and because of that they can become very prosperous and famous. Okay, so Jupiter in Leo, such people also can have intuition. They can have a strong intuition. That's possible. Okay, so even if they are into any business, they will do well, because their intuition power can be strong when you have Jupiter in Leo. So they can prosper in any field of business as well. Okay, so Leo sign is connected again to creativity, to self-expression, to artistic abilities. It is also connected to the entertainment industry. All right, so these people, they can be very creative as well. They can be very creative in any field. Okay, and they can have artistic and creative abilities as well when you have Jupiter in Leo. Now let's move on to and one more thing. Jupiter in Leo people, they will believe in spiritual connection with their person also, because they want to have a spiritual connection with whomever they love. Yes, so for them, spiritual connection, spiritual love is very important in life when you have Jupiter in Leo. Yes, that's what they're actually looking for, spiritual connection with their person. Yeah, that is also true. Now let's move on to Jupiter in Virgo. All right, you have to see how Mercury is placed in the chart. Okay, if Mercury is more or less well placed, then such people will be very detail oriented. Yes, they will have great analytical skills. They'll be very intelligent. Okay, they may also be able to communicate well. It's possible, because Virgo is the sign of exaltation for Mercury. But they will have in-depth knowledge about things. That is also possible, because Mercury is another planet of intelligence, and Jupiter is knowledge. Now both of them, their energies are getting combined in Jupiter in Virgo. So they can be very intelligent, even exceptionally intelligent. They can have great analytical skills, ability. They can do research in any field. They can be very prosperous in the field of law, as an advocate or lawyer. They can be very successful in the field of medical science, as a doctor, as a surgeon, even as a veterinary doctor. They can be very successful in any field of social service. Okay, they can impart knowledge to others. That is also possible. So they can be a very good counselor, teacher. Okay, and they can handle disputes well. So they can also be a judge actually. They can handle disputes. So that's why they can do very well, excel in the field of law. Okay, they can be very good counselors, even teachers. So this position, Jupiter in Virgo, is a very good position for also being an occultist. They can get into occult knowledge as well. Okay, and they can be very good astrologers. They can be very good psychologists also when you have Jupiter in Virgo. Now Virgo sign is after all connected also to the 6th house originally in the chart of the cosmic man, which is also the house of diseases. So such people, they need to be also careful about their digestive system, their intestines. So they need to be careful about that. So it is they could have some problems in digestion. They could have some problem connected to the liver, to the stomach, even to the intestines, because Virgo is connected to the intestines. All right, so that is also possible. Okay, so yeah, now Jupiter is in Virgo, all right. So this shows that Virgo sign is also connected to obstacles in life. Okay, so this may also indicate that such natives may have to encounter certain obstacles, and Virgo is also the sign of struggle, conflicts, overcoming conflicts, and continuing with your own struggle, all right, and overcoming challenges in life, facing competition and so on. Okay, so all these things could be part of your life when you have Jupiter in Virgo, and you have to be ready to embrace all challenges and obstacles also. If Mercury is well placed, you will have that ability to handle all problems. You'll have the ability, you will have that intelligence to face all adverse circumstances and challenges, and you will overcome all of that, and you will be victorious actually eventually. So it's very important to look at Jupiter's dispositor, how Mercury is placed in the chart, right? So yeah, and I hope you are looking also at Jupiter's position in the D9 as well. So whatever I mention in this entire video, you have to look at Jupiter's position both in D1 and in D9, all right. So yeah, Jupiter in Virgo, if Mercury is well placed, then you will know how to deal with your enemies. Okay, so you will deal with them very wisely, all right. So yeah, and finally you can also you can defeat your enemies, you can come out victorious also if Mercury is well placed in the chart and if Jupiter is not afflicted. So yeah, all these things we can say when Jupiter is in Virgo. Virgo is actually an earth sign, okay, and it is part of the Eartha trine, the trine of materialistic pursuits. So when you have Jupiter in Virgo, such people can be very methodical, very systematic. They can be very disciplined, goal oriented, okay, and they will also believe in, when you have Jupiter in Virgo, then they will be very detail oriented. They will have a very methodical approach to their work, yes, and they will be very practical also. And when you have Jupiter in Virgo, such people can also be very materialistic. That is also possible because Virgo sign is part of the trine of materialistic pursuits. So when you have Jupiter in Virgo, and Jupiter is your belief, okay, your belief system, your principles. So such people will believe that they need to work hard. Yes, they need to make efforts in order to become prosperous in life. Okay, so that's what they are going to believe when they have Jupiter in Virgo, and they will believe in their own hard work. Okay, and systematically they will keep on working hard on a day-to-day basis to become successful in their profession and even to gain wealth. They will also definitely have a desire to gain wealth, because of from their endeavors, from their professional endeavors, right? So yeah, all these results you can get when Jupiter is in Virgo. Yes, you will use your knowledge, or you will use your knowledge in your profession, whatever profession you may have adopted. You will use your knowledge actually to become successful and even to gain wealth. So Jupiter in Virgo people, they can be materialistic. Yeah, it's possible. Now let's move on to Jupiter in Libra. All right, Jupiter in Libra, we know that Jupiter heightens or magnifies the significations of the house where Jupiter sits, and now it is in a certain sign, Libra. So Jupiter is the planet of magnification, of expansion. So when Jupiter is in Libra, we can say that the person such a person, desire for the opposite gender, or their physical desire, their sexual desire also can get heightened to a great extent when you have Jupiter in Libra. It's possible. All right. Now you have to see how Venus is placed in the chart. Okay, Jupiter's dispositor. If Venus is well placed, then definitely when you have Jupiter in Libra, then the native can be dutiful towards their spouse. Okay, after marriage, they can be dutiful towards their partner. All right. If Venus is well placed in the chart, then such people, they can become prosperous after their marriage. Okay, after their marriage they can see growth, expansion in various areas of their life. Okay, so yeah, that is possible. All right, when you have Jupiter in Libra and Venus is well placed, then over time your wealth can increase. Okay, so you may be rewarded because of your work, and you will be able to fulfill your desires, accomplish your goals. So all these things can happen when Venus is well placed. All right. Now if Jupiter is in Libra, then also we can say that such a person can get into independent business. Such a person may travel to foreign land. It's possible. Okay, and they can travel to foreign land either because of marriage or because of their independent business or work, or they may, you know, just travel for pleasure. Now if Jupiter is in Libra, then such people, they definitely can even prosper in their independent business. Okay, they can rise in their independent business. That is possible by using their balanced sense of judgment and wisdom and knowledge. Okay, if they use their sense of judgment, if they use whatever, you know, knowledge, expertise they have in their profession, so whatever knowledge they have also gathered from experience or from education, so if they use their knowledge in their business, then they can really prosper. Okay, now Libra is an air sign. Okay, it is the sign of intelligence. Okay, it is also the sign of intellectual insights. So when you have Jupiter in Libra, then definitely such people, they can use their intelligence to prosper in life actually. So they have to decide now if they are very much attracted towards the opposite gender, then they are draining away their sexual energy in a negative way, and they will not be able to focus on their endeavors, on their work endeavors, or they will not be able to, you know, see prosperity in their business, or they may not be able to see rise in their income no matter what they do, whatever be their profession, whether they are into job or business. So when Jupiter is in Libra, it is very important for the native to actually focus on their knowledge, to use their knowledge in their work. Okay, because this is Libra is after all an air sign, the sign of intelligence, which is also connected to the trine of desires, the Kama Trikona. Okay, so Libra is connected to that. So definitely they will be able to fulfill and accomplish all their goals, fulfill all their desires if they focus on their knowledge, if they are willing to use their intelligence to, you know, analyze things well. Okay, because they really need to you know, use their analytical ability, their intelligence. Okay, in the way they deal with people also on a day-to-day basis. Okay, so whatever job you are doing, whatever business you are doing, just as in business you need to deal with customers, even in your job you need to deal with some people. If you're a teacher, you need to deal with students. If you're a doctor in a hospital, you need to deal with patients. Okay, so if you are working in a company, then definitely you need to deal with your employer. So how you are dealing with people on a day-to-day basis. So that is the seventh, that is the sign of Libra, denotes that. So what kind of give and take you are engaged in? Do you really have that ability to balance things well? Because Libra sign is also connected with the capacity to balance things. It is your balancing capacity. How you are able to balance everything with your sense of judgment and knowledge, with your intellectual insights. So that will make you a successful professional. Okay, whatever be your field of profession or work. Okay, and over time you'll be able to fulfill all your desires, accomplish all your goals. Okay, you can accomplish everything and you can become very successful and prosperous if you have this position. But yes, you have to know how to balance. Okay, you have to strike a balance between everything in life now. How you need to deal with proper balance also should be there between your personal life, your work life, everything. You have to know how to balance things when you have Jupiter in Libra. So once you know to do that, once you know to use your intelligence and analyze and analytical abilities in your work, then you will be successful if you have Jupiter in Libra, and you will be able to fulfill all your wishes and desires. Now let's move on to Jupiter in Scorpio. When you have Jupiter in Scorpio, this is again a water sign and part of the moksha trine, the trine of compassion, spirituality, even intuition. So Jupiter in Scorpio is a very good position for getting into the occult fields of knowledge. It could be any field of occult knowledge. All right. So Jupiter in Scorpio, you can also gain a lot from family inheritance. You could inherit property even from your in-laws maybe, or family inheritance. You can become prosperous because of joint assets with your spouse. But yes, Jupiter in Scorpio, this is a very good placement for being an occultist or astrologer, for being a psychic, for being a psychologist, for being a chartered accountant, for even getting into underground mining, for getting into any field of work or knowledge which is hidden, mysterious, secretive. You could be a detective, you could be in the intelligence department, you can gain from insurance companies. If you're an insurance agent also, you can gain from that. Now you could be a financial advisor, and you can gain from that position if you have Jupiter in Scorpio. You can also become a very successful lawyer with this position, advocate, even judge. You could be in the field of law, you could be in the field of medical science, you could be in the field of medicine or surgery. So all these fields are very good. You could be into engineering, technology if you have Jupiter in Scorpio. But yes, a native, when they have Jupiter in Scorpio, then their life, because Jupiter is also significator of your life in Bhrigu Nandinari Jyotish, your life force. It is also the native himself or herself in Bhrigu Nandinari Jyotish. So definitely you can face obstacles in your life. It is possible. So when you have Jupiter in Scorpio, then definitely there could be obstacles in attaining good fortune in life. Okay, that is possible. When you have Jupiter in Scorpio, then maybe things won't happen in your favor easily. I mean, you will feel that fortune is not favoring me at all, and I have to overcome so many challenges and obstacles. You may feel that. So then what you should do? that can even cause tension, stress. So what you should do is you need to go inwards, because that is Scorpio, the sign of self-introspection. You need to go inwards, you need to do some meditation, you need to do yoga, breathing exercise, you need to do some charity, because Scorpio is after all a water sign connected to the moksha trine of compassion, liberation, self-realization. So do some charity, help out people who are in suffering, who are in pain. So that will give you peace of mind, that will help you come out of even your own troubles, and eventually you can be prosperous. This is a wonderful position for being a healer, for being a psychic, astrologer, as I told you, into any field of occult knowledge, occultist. Yeah, and a very good position for being a psychologist, for being a very good, for even being a very good counselor. You could be a very good consultant also with this position when you have Jupiter in Scorpio, because you have the ability. The planet of knowledge is in the sign of introspection, research. Scorpio is a sign of research, investigation. So you will do very well in such fields, okay? You will excel in any field of profession which is connected with investigation, research, analytical skills, in-depth study, okay? So in any such field, you will have to go to the depth of matters. You'll have to go to the depth of things, analyze things well, and then come out with the truth. You could be into any field of research and investigation that can make you prosperous, all right? Yeah, and you also should have compassion when you have Jupiter in Scorpio, all right? You should believe in compassion, you should have mercy, you should have empathy for people, and you should be generous, kind-hearted to those who are in suffering, to those who are in sorrow or in pain. You can do some charity. You can be you should actually be charitable to the underprivileged when you have Jupiter in Scorpio, all right? Yeah, and such people, when you have Jupiter in Scorpio, Scorpio is a water sign, such people can be very creative, actually very creative. They can be very sensitive, very creative. They can also have intense emotions, yes. And Jupiter in Scorpio, such people, again, look at how Mars is placed in the chart, all right? If Mars is under affliction or something, then such people also can have great sex drives, and they can have great compulsion for indulging in sex, and they could even get obsessed with that, because Jupiter expands wherever, in whichever sign it will be there, it can kind of magnify the significations of that sign. So great compulsion for indulging in sex, that is also possible. So with Jupiter in Scorpio people, they can be very secretive, mysterious. They can also get into illicit sexual relationships. That is also possible, because their desire for sex can also get uncontrollable. That's possible, all right? So yeah, that is also possible. But then if Mars is more or less well placed in the chart, if afflicted, do the remedies for Mars, then you will see over time such people, they will know that they will have to kind of preserve their sexual energy, and they have to convert it into creative energy. They have to move into research, investigation, or meditation, into spirituality, or they will move towards charity and self-realization. So that is also possible with this position, all right? Okay, so friends, now let's move to Jupiter in Sagittarius. When you have Jupiter in Sagittarius, wow, the planet of knowledge is in the sign of knowledge, because Jupiter is the planet which rules the Sagittarius sign. So now Jupiter is in its own sign, okay? So here Jupiter generally feels comfortable. Such people, and also Sagittarius is part of the Dharma trine. It's a fire sign, so they can be very enthusiastic, very passionate about gaining knowledge, acquiring knowledge. They can believe that It is their knowledge which can transform their lives for the better. They believe that they can bring about a positive change in their life because of their knowledge. All right. They can also somehow, touch or transform the lives of those people who are connected to them also. They may believe that, because with this position, Jupiter in Sagittarius, one can be a very good teacher, one can be a healer, one can also be an astrologer, one can be a guide, one can be a religious preacher, one can be a consultant, a counselor. You could be any sort of counselor, okay, with this position when you have Jupiter in Sagittarius. Now, Jupiter in Sagittarius, definitely this is a very good position for foreign travel. You can undertake foreign travel. You may get the opportunity to go to foreign lands. It's possible when you have Jupiter in Sagittarius. When you have Jupiter in Sagittarius, then if again Jupiter is not under affliction, then you may get along well with your father, and you may be very dutiful towards your father. Your father also may be very religious, maybe very, yes friends. So when Jupiter is in Sagittarius, then definitely if Jupiter is not associated with malefics, then generally your father also can be somebody who's very knowledgeable, okay, and very religious. You may turn to your father for guidance, okay, for advice, so he can be a guide to you. And you can also be dutiful towards your father. That's possible. When Jupiter is in Sagittarius, then Sagittarius is part of the Dharma trine, okay, it's a fire sign, part of the Dharma trine. So it will be your inherent nature to gain knowledge. So gaining knowledge will comes very naturally to you. So you will have a great innate desire also to gain knowledge in life, and you will believe that it is knowledge which is power, and it is knowledge which can change, which can also make me fortunate. It is the knowledge which can bring about a positive change in my life. So you will believe that. Now when you have Jupiter in Sagittarius, then definitely such natives, I told you, you may have a great desire to explore different fields of study maybe, and whatever field of study you are in, you may want to gain expertise, you may want to gain specialization in that field of study. So you will want to explore further, through higher education. You want to do further studies, further exploration in your field of study. It is possible. You want to move towards higher knowledge and so on. You can be very religious also. Yes, that is also possible. And you may also have a great desire to explore different places, and that is why you may have the desire to travel to foreign lands also. When you have Jupiter in Sagittarius, you may even be fortunate enough to travel to foreign lands. This is also possible. This may be possible during the dasha of the planet. All right. So yeah, you can travel to foreign lands. You will have a great desire to explore new places, and that is possible because Jupiter in Sagittarius, you will have an undying thirst for knowledge, okay, knowledge and exploration. So that will drive you a lot when you have Jupiter in Sagittarius. Now Sagittarius is, I told you that this is part of the Dharma trine. So you will, when you have Jupiter in Sagittarius, such people, they will never compromise on their moral principles. Actually, if Jupiter is not associated with malefics, then they will never compromise on their moral principles to become prosperous or wealthy in life. They will not do that. For their own gains, they won't compromise on their morality. They will not do that. They will stick to their moral principles. Now, when Jupiter is in Sagittarius, then we can say that this is a fire sign. Fire signs are also signs of creativity. So you can also have a very, unique way of dealing with your field of knowledge. Okay, and it is your knowledge that can make you creative also. That's possible. Okay, it can really make you creative. Okay, you will have a very unique way of guiding people, because whatever you will say, the way you will guide, the way you will instruct, so your guidance will be actually inspired by your knowledge. So it is your knowledge which is going to make you a very successful teacher with this position, a very successful healer. You could be a healer, you could be into any field of work which is connected with healing people, providing guidance to people. You can be a counselor, you can be a consultant. Okay, so when Jupiter is in Sagittarius, so you can do very well as a counselor, a teacher, or a priest, or even religious preacher. Right now, so yeah, and such people, they will, when you have Jupiter in Sagittarius, you will not pay much attention to petty calculations, and you will not be very calculating in about things. You may also have the ability and the wisdom to look at the bigger picture always. Yes, because when you have Jupiter in Sagittarius, such people will be very broad-minded also. They can be very far-sighted. They can be great visionaries actually. Yes, they may have a vision of the future also. So this is very good for getting into any field of knowledge which is connected to counseling. So it is also a very good, Jupiter in Sagittarius is a very good placement of Jupiter for getting into the occult, for even being a psychological counselor. You can be any sort of counselor, guide, healer also with this position. Okay, so yeah, you will have the ability to the wisdom to look at what is going to happen maybe. So with this position also a person can be very intuitive. They can have intuition. They may have a great ability to see what the future holds also. That is also possible. So they will have great vision, vision about the future. So they can be visionary, they can be philosophers, they can be great thinkers, they can also be into the occult, they can be into any field of research, investigation also, because ultimately it is knowledge. It is Jupiter is knowledge, all right. And we cannot forget that Jupiter is also connected to the 12th house. So because Jupiter is the lord of the 12th house also in the chart of the cosmic man. So Jupiter is not just knowledge, Jupiter is also connected to intuition. So that is why you can do very well in any field of knowledge, whether you want to do higher studies, whether you want to go into research, investigation, you can do very well. You can impart your knowledge to others. When you have Jupiter in Sagittarius, you can impart your knowledge to others, and that will also enable you to gain, to become fortunate in life. Okay, that's possible. Or you can use your knowledge, your creativity, your in the great, your intellectual insights, whatever you possess, you can use them in your profession, and that can make you fortunate in life. Now let's move on to Jupiter in Capricorn. When you have Jupiter in Capricorn, it is generally considered to be the sign of Jupiter's debilitation. But actually what I think is that when Jupiter is in Capricorn, such people, look at how Saturn is placed in the chart. If Saturn is in the 12th house, or if Saturn is well placed in the chart, say even in the 9th or 5th house, then such people, they can believe in charity also. When you have Jupiter in Capricorn, they will believe in helping the downtrodden. You have to look at how the dispositor is placed in the chart. All right, so they can be very charitable. They can believe in being kind and compassionate to the unprivileged also. When Jupiter is in Capricorn, Capricorn is the sign of work, actually, your karma, your profession. So when Jupiter is in Capricorn, such people, they will believe in their work, actually. They may not believe so much in religious rituals. They may not believe in spending a lot of time in observing religious rituals which have been handed down to them by tradition. So they may not believe in them blindly, but they will believe in one principle, and that is the principle of work. Okay, they could be workaholic. When you have Jupiter in Capricorn, such people, they could be they can have a great ability to work hard. All right, so look at how Saturn is placed. If Saturn is more or less well placed in the chart, then such people can be go-getters. They can be very successful in their profession. They can be very prosperous in their profession. They can find themselves in big organizations or corporate sectors. They can occupy high positions there. It's possible, even administrative positions and so on. So yeah, they can excel in their profession, actually. But yeah, by dint of their knowledge, expertise, their balanced sense of judgment. So that will enable them to become very successful and prosperous in their profession. Now, Capricorn is earth sign, so such people are very calculating also. They are very calculating, very practical. They are very work oriented. They are very systematic, methodical in their approach to work, to profession, and they believe in being practical in their day-to-day work, in their profession, and they want to amass wealth and life, because Capricorn is part of the trine of materialistic pursuits. It is part of the earth trine. So when you have Jupiter in Capricorn, such people can be very materialistic. Okay, because Jupiter can now heighten their materialistic approach to life. Okay, so they will run after their materialistic pursuits. They can be workaholic, and they can really, if they are they can be bent upon using their knowledge in their work, and eventually they will end up accumulating even a lot of wealth. That is also possible when you have Jupiter in Capricorn. Okay, so yeah, it can make you very successful in your profession. Yeah, it gives you worldly wisdom. There is a term, worldly wisdom. It gives you that. So you are very practical. You have a very practical approach to life. Okay, you will believe in your karma. That is the only thing you will believe in. That, okay, I will believe in my work. I will believe in my capacity to work. Okay, so that's what you're going to believe in. If Saturn is connected to auspicious houses, you may also you will believe in helping the downtrodden and the unprivileged also. You may also be charitable to the weak and poor. It is also possible with this position when Jupiter is in Capricorn. But yes, you will be very methodical when it comes to your work. Alright, and it is this methodical, systematic, detail-oriented even approach to work which will make you very successful in your profession. You are very goal-oriented when you have Jupiter in Capricorn. But yeah, all these good results you will get when Saturn is well placed. Otherwise, such people, may also, when Jupiter is in Capricorn, they may, they may not believe in morality if again Saturn is not well placed in the chart. They may not just religion, they may not believe in even in doing their own duty. I mean, they may not believe in dharma, they may not believe in duty, they may not believe in morality, ethics, nothing. So these things can happen when Saturn is not well placed, or if Jupiter is under affliction. Then morality and ethics, these things will never be important for them, okay, and they won't be part of their scheme of things, and they could actually not believe in even law and order. So it could be again a problematic position. So yeah, if again Saturn is not well placed, okay, yeah, so all these things. Otherwise, if Saturn is well placed, then with this position one can also do very well in the field of law, actually, because Capricorn is this sign ruled by Saturn. So there you can do very well if you're connected to the field of law, order and justice. In any field you can do well when you have this position. You can do very well in your profession, okay. So yeah, so you can even if you're working in a big organization or in any organization, if you are really applying your knowledge, if you're really upgrading yourself and gaining knowledge, more and more knowledge day by day, then you can become very prosperous, and you have to be accountable in your work. So if Saturn is well placed, then Jupiter and Capricorn people, they'll have accountability, they'll have a sense of responsibility, they will believe in structure, responsibility, discipline, and that will make them very successful in their profession. Now let's move on to Jupiter in Aquarius. Aquarius is an air sign, part of the trine of materialistic desires. It is part of the Kama Trikona, okay, Aquarius. So when Jupiter is in Aquarius, then your desire to gain money, wealth, name, fame, all these desires, your desire to gain prosperity can heighten like anything, all right. And yeah, it is possible. You will chase your desires, and you will have great desire to gain from your professional endeavors and so on. So you may also have a huge social circle, it's possible, okay. You may gain from your elder siblings. Your elder siblings also can be prosperous, or you may be dutiful towards your elder siblings. Look at how Saturn is placed in the chart, because Aquarius is ruled by Saturn. The dispositor is well placed, then you will gain from social networks, you will gain from your profession, and your income will go up, and you will become very prosperous over time. When Jupiter is in Aquarius, Aquarius is an air sign. Air sign, a sign of intelligence, intellectual insights. So you could get into any field of profession which is connected. You can gain from any profession which is connected with research, investigation, okay. Aquarius is connected to all of that. You can be a detective, you can be into the intelligence department, you can be an occultist, you can get into the field of occult science, you can be even a healer, you can be a psychic, you can be a psychologist. So any field of profession or work which is connected to research and investigation, you can gain from that. You can get into medical science, you can get into the field of law, and you can be very successful if you have Jupiter in Aquarius, because all of these professions, even technology, so all of these professions are connected to research, investigation, going to the depth of things, analyzing things, using your analytical, critical ability. So yeah, so all these professions can benefit you a lot. You can gain a lot from all these professions when you have Jupiter in Aquarius. It is an air sign, so you need to use your intelligence, all right. And Jupiter is the planet of knowledge, so use your knowledge, use your intelligence, okay. That will make you prosperous, fortunate in life. That's what you have to know. and you will gain from all your endeavors, from all your social connections, from all the efforts that you make in your work. So you will gain from all your efforts, all your endeavors, if you are ready to acquire knowledge through your research, investigation, analysis of things, through in-depth study. Then you can really become very prosperous with this position when you have Jupiter in Aquarius. Alright, your social circle may get widened. This is the age of social media, so you may gain more and more social media followers, and you can gain from them as well. Alright, so yeah, your social circle may get extended, and you may become prosperous because you have a very cordial relationship with people in your social circle. So they definitely can benefit you, and also ultimately you will gain because you have great ability to research things, you have great ability to go to the depth of the matters, and you have an ability, you have great intuitive ability. Actually, when you have Jupiter in Aquarius, you have great intuitive ability to analyze things. Okay, you are blessed with great powers of intuition, discernment, analytical skills, okay, research ability, investigation or investigative ability. So all these things you are blessed with when you have Jupiter in Aquarius, and all these skills can make you very prosperous in life. You could be into any field of work which is connected to research, investigation, which is connected to the use of intuition. Okay, that is possible. Now, all these things we can say about Jupiter in Aquarius. So this is part of the karma trine, the trine of desires. So yeah, you will be able to accomplish and fulfill your desires if you move towards knowledge, research, investigation, if you really make efforts, if you really go on gaining knowledge through your research, through your analytical ability, then you will become very prosperous in life. Now let's move on to Jupiter in Pisces. Pisces is part of the Moksha trine, and this is a water sign. So when you have Jupiter in Pisces, then you can impart your knowledge that you have to others. Okay, you should impart whatever knowledge you have to guide others. You may have knowledge of scriptures, you may have knowledge of any field of study. You may be a great psychologist with this position, a clinical psychologist, any type of psychologist. You may be a healer, you may be into counseling, you may be a teacher with this position, you may be a guru, you may be a spiritual guide, you may be a religious preacher when you have Jupiter in Pisces. Pisces is also the sign of creativity, imagination, artistic ability. So you can be a painter, a writer, especially a fictional writer. Okay, you can be a great, you can have a very creative way of communicating your thoughts, feelings and ideas, right? So yeah, you can also be a very good, you could be into any field of the arts. So you can also be, you can be in any field of art. You can be an artist, you could be even a dancer with this position, even singer also. You have to see how Jupiter is in Pisces. So Jupiter is, again, this sign is also ruled by Jupiter. So Jupiter also rules the sign of Pisces. So yeah, if Jupiter is not under affliction, then definitely you can be into any field, artistic field. It could be singing, dancing, writing, it could be any artistic field, painting. You will have great imagination and you will have great imaginative faculty with this placement. So that is why you can do very well in any field of creativity and any field of art. Now also this water sign Pisces is also connected to intuition. So you may be into any occult field of knowledge also with this position. when you have Jupiter in Pisces. So you may be into astrology, you may be into tarot, you may be a psychic, a healer, any field of occult knowledge you can get into. When you have Jupiter in Pisces, you want to impart, you need to impart your knowledge actually. Pisces is the sign of charity, donation, of helping others out. Okay, so here you have to help others out, maybe by sharing your knowledge. Okay, or when Jupiter is in Pisces, such people, they should be very charitable to the downtrodden and to the underprivileged. That is the best remedy for Jupiter in Pisces. Okay, so you should be charitable, you should have empathy for the downtrodden, for the weak and poor, because Pisces is the sign, is part of the moksha trine. Moksha trine is the trine of liberation, even self-realization. So yeah, so you can attain self-realization by connecting with the divine through meditation or even through charity. Okay, so these things will be good for you. Okay, otherwise Pisces is again when you have Jupiter in Pisces, then if again Jupiter if it's under malefic influence or something, then the native may encounter losses. It's possible, because Jupiter is also the significator of gold, of wealth also. So the native may end up losing their wealth, because the native may not have the ability to see things. Pisces is again a sign, it's a dual sign. Okay, so such people, you know, they may, if again it is well placed, then such natives will be very sharp minded. If Jupiter is also in Pisces, and if it is not under malefic influence, then and also look at how Saturn is placed in the chart, because Saturn is the significator of the, that is your 12th house, no? Yeah, but anyway you can look at Saturn, because Saturn signifies your profession, what you're going to do. Okay, so you can look at Saturn also, but yeah, basically it is Jupiter's own sign. So if Jupiter is not under malefic influence, then you will be very sharp minded, you'll be a great visionary, you will have great power of imagination, intuition. So you'll be a visionary, you'll be a great philosopher, thinker, you'll be a seer. Okay, and you can get into the occult and do very well. But again, if it is not well placed, if Jupiter is under malefic influence, you can be confused also. You can be confused, the native may be lost, confused, may encounter loss of wealth, even loss of name, fame, reputation. That is also possible. So this will happen when Jupiter is under affliction. Then you need to do the remedies. Okay, which planet is afflicting Jupiter, do the remedies for that planet. You also do Jupiter's remedies, you need to do, so that you know where to focus. Okay, so that you know that you have to believe in meditation. When you have Jupiter in Pisces, such natives will do very well if they move into the field of meditation, yoga, breathing exercise and all that. If they try to connect with the divine through their knowledge or through their meditation, then they will do very well. So yeah, I mean, these are also remedies if you are not getting good results and Jupiter is in Pisces. So you should believe in meditation, yoga, you should believe in prayers, you should believe in charity. Okay, yeah, but if it is more or less well placed and not under affliction, then such natives also they can really become very prosperous in a foreign land. If they move to a foreign land, there they can be very prosperous, they can get very fortunate if they move to a foreign land. Okay, because otherwise Jupiter in Pisces natives, they may also have certain health issues. It's possible. Okay, they may have certain health issues, stomach issues, liver issues, digestion issues, they may have even obesity issues. But if they move to a foreign land, then they can get fortunate. So Jupiter in Pisces natives, if they get the opportunity to move to a foreign land, they should move there, and they should consider even settling down in a foreign land. Okay, yeah, so they will become prosperous by using their power of imagination, creativity, by using their power of intuition, okay, by using their power of going to the depth of things, analyzing them, and then gaining knowledge, and then sharing that knowledge. So all these things can enable Jupiter in Pisces natives to become prosperous in life. Okay, yes friends, that was my take on Jupiter in Pisces, and also that was what I wanted to tell you about Jupiter through all 12 signs, from Aries to Pisces. Do like, share, subscribe, and support this channel of yours. And friends, if you want personal consultation, you can text or WhatsApp me. Details are there in the video description. And yeah, so if you really want Jupiter to bless you throughout your life, then you should believe in charity, because Jupiter rules the 12th house of charity and compassion in astrology. So you should believe in helping out the downtrodden, the needy. You should be kind to all animals, birds, creatures, and you should also respect your elders, parents. That's all friends. See you next time. Take care.